questions on the Oscars or anything for Mark, please go ahead.
Who's your favorite Oscar host?
Oh, I answered that within the first second. Billy Crystal, he's wonderful. He took a break for a while and came back, he got better. He got better. Any other question?
We're going to have a Singapore Film Festival, a walk or something like that. Short film awards this year.
Yeah, we have it for...
Yeah, how do you see any difference in the way they judge for Singapore?
Okay, that's a touchy question. I don't really know the details, but I believe they're talking about the short film awards. It's probably going to be judged by a panel. I don't think there's an academy yet. The vice president of the Singapore Film Society is here. Do you have any details about that? No, they're not involved. So they're not involved. It's not legitimate if they're not involved. But I'm sorry, I can't fully answer the question. But I believe it's going to be a panel that is appointed by the organizers. Anything else?
Sorry.
Okay, so can you speak to what proportion of winners of the Oscars have the characteristics you describe, like being a biopic and being a period piece?
Okay.
Like other patterns?
Well, I tried to get details on this. I can't, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to recite from memory all the Oscar winners from 1960 and you tell me. You got The Apartment, West Side Story, Tom Jones, Lawrence of Arabia, you got, let's see, The Sound of Music, you've got, let me see, you've got In the Heat of the Night. Before that was Tom Jones. I missed one, which was Eliza Doolittle is Eliza Doolittle. Yeah, My Fair Lady, 1964. You've got 1968 was Oliver. 1969 was Midnight Cowboy. 1970 was Patton. 1971 was the French Connection, The Godfather Part 1, The Sting, The Godfather Part 2, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. You've got Rocky. You've got Annie Hall, you've got The Deer Hunter, Kramer vs. Kramer, Ordinary People. Anything? Does that answer your question? But yeah, just out of memory, the ones that I mentioned, I think half are probably period pieces, and a lot of biopics as well. But yeah, they're probably, if you look through all the Oscars, I would say half period pieces. Yeah, they like their old stuff. Oh, and then, any other questions?
What's your take on the best foreign film winners?
Okay, the best foreign film Oscar. Someone asked me this the other day when I was about to give this talk. It's utter rubbish. The best foreign film Oscar is utter rubbish. Okay, the reason being that every country is only allowed to submit one nomination. This is chosen by the people, the higher ups in charge of film in that country. So if you got Spain, you got plenty of good directors there. You got France, plenty of good directors there. They're only allowed to choose one. And if you got a great film, I just saw EE the other day. EE, Albert Young. Anyone saw that? 1 and 2 by Albert Young. Yeah, right. And look, the problem with that film is that it was never shown in Taiwan. So there's no way it could have been nominated for an Oscar because it would not have been selected by Taiwan. So that's why it sucks. That's one reason why it sucks. The second reason being they have very strict criteria. So I mean the joke was that if you got everyone who's, if you got a film nominated by Italy, for example, if everyone is Italian, the nanny is American, it's not a foreign film from Italy. I mean, you've got Il Postino, I think, which can't be nominated for best foreign film because the director is American, Michael Lim. That's one of the reasons. And of course, it's a really big grievance I have with the best foreign film Oscar is that how they select it is you have to go down personally to a theatre where they're going to show all the 5 foreign films. It's different from the rest of the Oscars, the categories. So you have to be there, you have to sit through the foreign films, and after that you vote. So what happens is that these people who sit through the foreign films, they basically have a lot of time on their hands. They don't represent the typical working academy member. And some of them, they leave halfway even, they don't see the whole film, and they decide not to vote for it. Dogtooth would be a film that people would leave halfway because of its controversy.
Sorry, Mark, you've obviously done a lot of research, you know a lot about this. How would you organise the Oscars?
Well, I like the people of Lim vote for it, of course. There's no real good way consensus. I mean, you could leave it to online voting, and you have films like the films that get really good votes on IMDb. Is that a really good indicator of what's good? I mean, they basically vote for the most recent film. That's one thing, and one that appeals to online voters. You've got your critics award, and critics. Anyone's a critic? Yeah? Film critic. Oh, okay, great. I love film critics. But film critics, they are a separate breed as well, and those are the people who give the most awards out there, but they don't really represent the world as well, and it's given out by America, guys. Come on, which is like, I don't know. It's a very difficult question. But I think it's fine now as it is. They should probably make it more open. Academy membership. They should make it more open so that it's easier to get in. I guess that's one way.
How much bribery and corruption actually goes on?
Okay, I'll give you an anecdote. This really doesn't answer your question, but how many of you buy pirated DVDs? Is anyone going to raise their hand? Okay, so some of the pirated DVDs, what happens is that they're pirated from the screeners, which the Academy, not the Academy, the studios give out to Academy members. And someone actually got caught pirating one of the screeners, and he was kicked out of the Academy, some big actor from The Godfather. So whether there's corruption, there isn't corruption, but what they do is like they like to, those with a lot of money, they like to invite people to the Academy showings, and it's not bribery, you see. They're really nice, they have really nice spreads. If you've got a big studio like Columbia or something like that, I mean, Witherspoon doesn't have the money to do that, doesn't have the money to have screenings, doesn't have the money to print one-page variety ads like the King's Speech may have, or Miramax, which does a wonderful job of publicizing this. So it's really hard to say. I mean, it's just, there really isn't any real corruption there, not that I've heard of.
Have you ever watched a film just because it's won an Oscar?
Have I ever watched a film just because it won an Oscar? Look, I memorized the Oscars when I was 11 years old, for that specific reason. Yes, I've watched many films just because they won an Oscar.
Aside from the Esplanade, where can you catch up on classic Oscar-winning movies and other classic films here in Singapore?
Okay, that brings me to the next slide. Thank you for that. I'm going to have a talk at the Esplanade in a couple of weeks' time as well. So it's going to be how to write an Oscar-winning screenplay. And I really like giving talks there because they're one of the few places which you can basically rent DVDs. That's an ordinary member will do. You can rent DVDs which showcase classic films and scripts as well. You can get the screenplays as well. And other than the Esplanade, Amazon maybe. So the bigger shop, HMV, Borders, not Borders, HMV might be okay, or QnA, probably not so much. So that's a really good place to find. I get most of my stuff from Amazon though.
Hollywood Flakes. Hollywood Flakes.
Okay. So Hollywood Flakes, is that online?
No, it's like a Netflix.
Oh, okay. Hollywood Flakes.
It's like Netflix, but you just go on the internet, they're based in Singapore, they mail you out DVDs. Watch and send it back.
Okay, thanks for that.
They haven't got very good movies, just Oscar movies.
BitTorrent has really good movies.
BitTorrent's old school, use that, baby.
I think I missed a question from over there, did I? Anyone has a question from there?
Now we have the award winners formulator, right? Have you tried predicting it? And I mean, you've got the awards. You have the criteria for an award-winning film formulated into you have the award-winning films formulated into old white men, and then depending on the ratio, whether it's Democratic or Republican. Have you tried predicting the awards?
There are many people who have tried predicting the awards, most of them unsuccessfully. I think it was either Variety or New York Times who ran a poll. They actually polled Academy members, a small section of them. It was the year American Beauty won. So out of the 6 categories, they only got 5 right, which isn't very good, I think. So that doesn't really work. And even though I just said that it's all white men, they've broken the rule the past 2 years. The Hurt Locker is not an Oscar-winning film. It just isn't. It's a small indie film. They had the lowest profit for an Oscar-winning film since 1963, I think. And it was really a small film. And for the year before, No Country for Old Men. Violence, it has the main character isn't nice at all. He's another asshole. And well, of course, you can always say No Country for Old Men. They won because they had to reward the Coen brothers. So that's possible. But the last 2 years wasn't typical Oscar films, which is the way to go, I think. Any other questions?